Welcome to this third video in this series about Elastic Services e-commerce accelerator called PRISM. PRISM stands for Policy, Rules, and Intent Synthesis Middleware. In this video, you'll learn how PRISM uses a multi-tier fallback strategy to ensure that your e-commerce website never shows zero results. So the way that this works is you can think of a query as executing multiple tiers. If you get good results for a very strict query, meaning if somebody searches for something very specific and you have results, well, maybe you don't need to execute more relaxed queries. If you execute a very strict query and don't get very many results, well, then you need to relax the query. Maybe instead of matching all of the words in the query, maybe you are okay matching a subset of those words. So if they typed in 3 words, organic navel oranges, perhaps you're okay just matching 2 of the 3, organic oranges, navel oranges. Maybe you don't need to match all 3. So that would be a relaxed query. You would execute that if your strict query did not return enough results. And if the combination of strict and relaxed queries don't get enough results, and in this case, we're saying enough results is 10. Why? Because we are showing 10 results on the first page. If we don't have 10 results, then we will execute a semantic query with ELSER or E5 or GINA. And that means, or that really expands out the results set to show related products. And does this make sense? Well, yeah, because if we don't have results that match what the user is looking for, let's at least show them results that are related to what they're looking for. On the other hand, we don't want to mess up by showing related results if we actually have what the user has searched for. This is the reason why we want to show strict matches, so very, very tight query first, followed by a relaxed match, so perhaps 2 out of 3 or 4 out of 5 or 6 out of 10, whatever. And then if we don't have at least 10 hits, we will go back or fall back to a semantic query. So how does this look? Well, if somebody was to search for oranges, we have 32 hits, and this is actually all in the strict tier. How do I know that? Well, I can go into the developer tools, I can look at the execution sequence, and I can see we have a strict match for oranges that returned 32 hits. If I look at the query details, I can copy and paste that and execute it in DevTools. So that's the actual query that has been executed. There's 32 hits. You can see it over here. And what does the query look like? Well, it is a query for the word oranges in a field called full text. It's a query for oranges in a field called title. And it has a filter applied, which says the category must be oranges. So where did that come from? Well, if we look at the policies and we look at the oranges policy, we can see that we have a policy called oranges, fruit. And what this says is if the user has entered in a query that has oranges anywhere in it, then let's execute this action, which is the category for the results that we will show them must be oranges. We will only show them results that are in the oranges category. And why is it only in that category? Well, that's because we've said the strict tier is a hard filter, meaning only show results in the strict tier if this is a match. There's another option that could have been a soft boost, which would have said, if this is a match, so if the products are within the oranges category, boost them up, but don't exclude everything. But I'm showing it as a hard filter. That's why we get 32 hits here. So if we look into the debug panel underneath the results, we can see that the policy oranges was hit, but we can see that it's a hard filter. There's no weight. It's not impacting the score. It's literally just excluding products that are not within that category. So we have 32 hits, and every single one of these hits, even if you go to the 4th page, you will see that they are within the oranges category. So next I want to demonstrate what happens or how we can hit 2 tiers. So organic navel oranges. So we can see that we have one hit, only one hit that actually has all of these words, organic navel oranges. So if we look at the query, well, we've matched a title phrase. We've matched the title with a phrase match. So it contains organic navel oranges. We've also matched the full text. So it appears both in the title as well as the description. But we get additional results. So this is what we call the relaxed tier. So this is a query that is matching, and I'll just show you here in the query matches, it's saying at least 2 out of the 3 words must match. So now navel oranges, 2 of those words matched, but we did not match the word organic, but that's okay because this is the relaxed tier. We're showing, results that are probably good, but not exactly what the user searched for. Here you can also see that this is indicated as a soft boost, not a hard boost. Well, where did that come from? If we go back to the oranges policy, look at the relaxed tier. It is specified as a soft boost with a weight of 3. So what happens to the results? Well, if we go here and we look at the way that the scoring is impacted, you can see it's the base score, so BM25, and then it's a 1 plus 3. The soft boost has a value of 3. That came directly from the policy. So if a product happens to be in the oranges category, it is going to be boosted up much more, well, by 1 plus 3 times versus a product that is not in the oranges category. So this is how we push up results from a certain category without excluding other results from other categories. So what does this query look like? Well, if you look in the execution sequence, now you can see there's strict match for organic navel oranges. It returned a single product. So we can copy that. We can try it out in DevTools. And you see you get a single hit. We can also try out the relaxed match. So I've just copied it. If we paste that into DevTools, you get 359 hits. So what does this query look like? Well, remember, I said that it is a soft boost. So now we're using a function score query to multiply effectively the sum of 1 plus 3 if this happens to be true, or just 1, which means don't do anything, just keep the original score. But if it's within the oranges category, it will have this additional 3 added to that 1, and then that will be multiplied by this BM25 score down here, which is calculated based on 2 out of these 3 words, organic navel oranges, appearing within the full text field, as well as if they happen to be matching the title, then it will get even more of a boost. And so you can see that down here, the score. And finally, if somebody is looking for, let me just copy and paste this because I don't have a lot of time. If somebody's typing something like, I'm looking for something green that I can drink, well, what happens? Well, this is related products. So that is a semantic hit. The execution sequence looks like this. There was no hits for the strict tier. We tried a spelling correction. There was no corrections. Then we tried a relaxed match, meaning match a subset of what they searched for. We still didn't get matches. So let's fall back to a semantic query. So if we copy that into DevTools, this is what the query looks like. And this is the core of the query. It's an ELSER query against the sparse vector match. So it shows this is what we're trying to match, and these are the results. And ELSER always returns a lot of results because it expands the query. And so with that, I think I've shown what I wanted to. So thank you for watching. Take care.